Man, it's like they don't want us to play Helldivers. Allegedly, a community manager handbook is out there for Helldivers to instruct moderators to ban players who are opposed to identity politics being injected into the video game. We've seen all the nonsense that's been happening with Helldivers 2, starting with the required PlayStation Network account requirement that almost happened, but they shut that down and them delisting it. And then we've seen everything from vomit emojis being banned in their Discord. It's been an utter mess, man. I was going to play this game. My community was hyping me up on it, but when we started seeing all this weird stuff, especially involving community managers being woke and kind of being banhammer happy, I was like, nah, we're not fucking with this. So now an alleged community handbook has leaked out. Grummz, who does God's work all the time, has posted this out. He says it's a leak and rumor, right? So take all this with a grain of salt. This has allegedly been leaked. It might not even be real, but I wouldn't put it past it being real, considering how much DEI is being injected into every single thing that we've done. And we've seen cases with this game where more than likely this is something that's actually being spread around, which is sad. Now, you can see it says, Helldivers 2 Discord is not the politics-neutral space you think it is. The mods think you are a bigot and should be banned on site for saying you don't want identity politics in games. And right off the bat, I want to say I believe that. I believe that that's how a lot of these community managers are. We've seen Ubisoft community managers exposed for being racist against white people and man-hating. And, I wouldn't doubt it that we have ban hammer happy mods for Helldivers 2 that want to ban you on site. So it says, this unconfirmed Helldivers 2 Community Manager Handbook seems overall well-written, sensible, but there are two interesting things about it. The first is the example given. Any talk about not wanting identity politics in games is an insta ban. No warning necessary. They consider it hate speech and a violation of their first rule. Oh my God, hate speech. Helldiver mods feel that the phrase identity politics is code for any minority, and by saying you don't want identity politics, you are saying you are a racist bigot and actually don't want POC in games. This is a massive false assumption that fundamentally misunderstands the issue. So if that's the case, before we continue on, if me saying that I don't want identity politics shoved into my video games makes me a racist bigot, then these people don't understand what identity politics really is. And I think, honestly, they don't care. Anybody that tries to preach this DEI stuff and tries to post all these woke agendas everywhere, they really don't care. They're just doing it for attention. And to easily label anybody that says, hey, dude, I'm sick and tired of identity politics being posted in my stuff, makes you instantly banned from a community of a video game. I don't need to be playing that game. That's just me. This has completely turned me off from Helldivers 2. And again, this is alleged. This is a leak and basically a rumor. But if this is the case, if this is literally going to be what's in the manual, which we're going to see some screenshots here, I don't need to play this game. I don't need to, and I don't care to. Never in my life would I've ever thought that a video game would reach the point where community managers are literally banning you just because you don't want identity politics in your video game. What is life even? I swear to God, 2024 is the weirdest year for video games. Now, continuing on, Grummz says gamers are just tired of woke politics and preachy lectures and poorly implemented stories and characters for the sake of shoving the message down everyone's throats. Gamers have always welcomed well-written characters of all types, and I completely agree on that. If your game has good writing, good plots, good mechanics, good characters that are good characters just because they have good attributes, not because they're good because they're LGBTQ, not because they're good just because they're a female, not that they're just good because they're black. Make them good characters. I don't want to have to be like, oh, this character's good because he's black. I want to be like, hey, that character's badass because he's brave, he's courageous, he saves the day. Like, what happened to having good heroic traits with characters? It's like now all companies like Sweet Baby Inc. want to do is they want to come in and make video game developers fill in a checkbox. And you have to have it or else they're going to cancel. We've seen the alleged extortion scheme that they were trying to pull on Black Myth Wukong, where they were saying, hey, $7 million will make your game politically correct. If not, we're coming for you. And these guys have said it. We've seen that lady that works for one of those companies at GDC saying, scare the marketing team until you get what you want. And that's what these guys want. They want stupid, pointless shit injected in our games that we really don't give a fuck about. And now, according to this, Helldivers 2 is doing the same bullshit and banning people from it. So annoying. So you can see it says, but the moderators of Helldiver 2 appear to have put most gamers into a bucket of hateful bigots and are free to act accordingly without even a warning. So not even a warning, not even a, hey, can you chill out on that? Let's be friendly. Not even a slap on the wrist, guys. A complete ban. Now, this says the second interesting thing is the famous no politics stance of the Helldivers Discord is missing from the handbook. It's not there. Maybe it never was. The rest of the alleged handbook is in the replies. So, and all the rest of these replies, Grummz has posted screenshots that we're going to take a look at, but we're also going to look at some of the mentions that are responding to this, the reactions. So, looking at it, here's the democracy handbook. It seems pretty standard. It's themed, whatever. You can see the usual. Be respectful. Treat all users with respect and encourage a positive and inclusive environment. Lead by example and engage in silver. Bleh, I can't even talk. Let me get some of my tea. Civil and constructive discussions. Enforce server rules and TOS. Familiar yourself with not only the server rules, but also Discord's term of service and ensure that all members adhere to them. So you can see maintain order, promote fair play, encourage healthy gameplay, all standard stuff, right? Nothing to be too alarmed about. Pretty fair stuff. Be a good person. Or as I like to say with Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other, right? It's not that hard. You can agree to disagree on stuff without getting offended and calling to ban stuff. You shouldn't really be talking politics anyway. That's what's so fucking annoying. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to my video games is politics. But unfortunately, I have to sit here and bitch about what's being shoved in my face almost every single fucking day. Now, let's continue further on. Here's some server rules that are up in here. The Code of Honor says protect liberty. And this goes ahead and says, democracy, freedom, liberty are the ideals that every citizen of Super Earth embodies. Citizen and Helldivers alike never engage in hate speech based on, but not limited to, race, gender, creed, sexual orientation, disability, or nationality. And yeah, okay, that's fine. But you're labeling other stuff that's not hate speech as hate speech, guys. When you're saying, somebody saying that they don't want identity politics in their games, you're banning them because that's hate speech to you? That's a little bit much, in my opinion. I think that's pretty fucking snowflakey, actually, if you ask me. Hate speech is one thing. Being real hateful towards a group, a protected group at that, and just saying, like, real vulgar, real violent stuff, yeah, completely 110%. But if I'm saying, dude, I don't want politics, I don't want wokeness in my games, and that's causing me to get banned, you go fuck yourself for that. I'm never playing your fucking game. That's nuts. That is nuts that's what we're reaching out to at this point. So, I guess this is an alleged screenshot from a mod or a community manager, I should say. And I just, oh God, I swear to God. Anytime I see like a rainbow or a Ukraine flag or a Palestine flag or pronouns or some kind of weird cartoon avatar, I just automatically tune out, especially if you're Discordian. If you're, like, I swear to God, this last year I've seen so many Discord community managers just overthrow their weight when we all know that for the most part they're probably all basement dweller neckbeards that have no social life, that probably smell, but they take advantage of all their power. You can see right here, they go off on this tangent. First of all, gender identity isn't politics. Someone's identity isn't a political matter. I will disagree with you on that. It becomes a political matter when you try to force me to acknowledge your wokeness. When you force me to have to acknowledge your pronouns, when you force me to have to acknowledge what you sexually identify as, and I have to respect what you do in the bathroom or in the bedroom, which is none of my fucking business or anybody else's. You can call me a bigot for saying that, but when you make it into a problem because I say the wrong fucking pronoun or because you don't like what I'm saying, that's when it becomes politics. And to me, enforcing shit like this is politics. This is fucking politics. Banning people for saying that they don't want identity politics and saying that this is not politics, that's politics. Hands the fuck down. I don't care what you say. So check this out. They say, second of all, since y'all can't behave, we can't talk about stuff like that in here. We can't behave. Never mind all the wokies become the intolerant tolerant and attack people and label them as racist and bigots and you know, you go up into things like the Kotaku situation with Alyssa Mercante where they just break privacy boundaries, contact wives. I've never seen somebody from that side that is that super hardcore woke progressive not be a lunatic. I'm sorry to say it. If you're watching this and you're getting mad about it, maybe you're getting sand in your vagina about it, I'm sorry. I've never seen anybody on that side of the fence not be a lunatic. Yeah, Eric, but some of you alt-right guys are conspiracy lunatics and blah, blah, blah. Fair enough. Fair fucking enough. But guess what? Not everybody that doesn't want identity politics is far right. Not everybody that doesn't want wokeness in video games is far right. Maybe we're just normal fucking people that just want to have fun. Video games are supposed to be fun. And you coming out and making this whole mantra, this is politics. I don't know if you know that. This is politics. Whether you think you're standing up for something good or not, this is politics. It says, thirdly, this chat isn't the place to discuss gender identity or the LGBTQIA plus community. However, if you see someone discussing it and decide to shit on it, instead of just reporting it to moderation, you will be banned for bigotry. Holy testicle Tuesday. So they're contradicting their rules. It's rules for thee, but not for me. You're literally saying this is not a place to discuss gender identity or LGBTQIA plus community, but if you see somebody discussing it, and decide to shit on it, you're going to get banned. You're not even allowed to tell people, hey, cut it out. Please don't discuss that. Guys, we don't want to hear that. Guys, can you keep this whole discussion on gender politics and LGBTQ stuff out of here? No, you cannot say shit. You have to silently report it, or else they're going to ban you because you're a bigot for saying, guys, please, can we not have that here? Even though they're clearly saying that this is not a place to discuss any of that, they're allowed to do it because you're not allowed to speak up and say anything about it. How backwards is that? This game sucks. I'm sorry. The game might be good. It might be a Game of the Year contender, but the community, the player base around it, this nonsense, this sucks. This makes me not want to fucking play. Oh, but you don't have to join the community. I don't give a fuck. All these people that are this wacko that are willing to ban you because you tell them, hey, I don't want identity politics, they're infecting this fucking game. They're the ones that are running the communities for it. Fuck this shit. I'm sorry. Call me a bigot all you want. This sucks. Oh, this ain't a place to talk about gender identity or LGBTQI plus stuff, but if you see somebody doing it, you're not allowed to shit on it. You can't even, I bet you, what's their definition of shitting on it? I bet you can't even say, hey guys, please, this ain't the place. You'll be labeled a bigot. That's how snowflakey and sensitive these little fuckheads are. 110%. You'll be banned if you just don't report it to moderation for bigotry. They're automatically labeling you as that. They say we are now going to respectfully move the conversation along, and anyone who wants to keep clown reacting or argue can get a 24-hour timeout. Thank you. God, this is sickening. Where's my whiskey? I need a whiskey shot. This is terrible. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. Hands down. Now, continuing on. This is something else that happened not too long ago, and this is in regards to the vomit emoji. People were vomiting and reacting to fan art that I believe was woke in nature, maybe even LGBTQ. This happened a while back. They literally were timing out and banning people for putting vomit emojis as reactions to posts. How much of a fucking snowflake community do you have to be in order to be that triggered over a fucking vomit emoji? Can somebody tell me? Are you that weak? Is this what life has come down to, where you're crying over emojis and a video game community? Are you kidding me? So you can see it says, if you want to go ahead and vomit react to people's art that they put hours, days, even weeks or months into, I'm going to give you a 24-hour timeout. It's so rude. It costs literally nothing to not be a jerk. And you can see all the reactions. 293 laughing emojis, which I think are very well deserved. This was a little bit of a thing that I think went down underneath the radar. Not enough people talked about this shit. This needs to be fucking roasted. This is pathetic. This is some pussy shit right here, guys. To where you have to be that soft of a community where people are crying because of a vomit emoji because it's probably something stupid in the fan art, like some kind of woke LGBTQ stuff, right? Nobody wants to see that. And they clearly said it's not a place for gender politics or anything like that, but people still, they're allowed to still do it, even though nobody wants to see it. My problem is, I'm not saying LGBTQ is stupid, but coming in and trying to put your weird, creepy, borderline grooming fan art that's just creepy and weird, and you can't even take a vomit react because not everybody wants to see that, get the fuck out of here. Now, continuing on, they even put reminders. Look at this. This is your reminder that if you want to vomit react furry art, oh, so it's furry art. They're literally protecting furry art, guys. They're literally protecting furry art. Are you? That is so goddamn cringe. Imagine having a game that had all the badass potential in the world and you're a community manager and you post this. This is your reminder that if you want to vomit react furry art or be a jerk about furry art, that you are lining up for a 24-hour timeout by me. So, Helldivers 2 community managers are literally writing in all caps. Look at this situation. A video game that is badass with people shooting alien creatures, big-ass guns. The community managers are more worried about people putting vomit emojis as reactions to furry art. And if you put a vomit react, you're banned for 24 hours. Or if you're a jerk about furry art, which is one of the most cringe fucking things in my life. I'm sorry if you're furry and you're watching this. That's creepy and cringe as fuck. Stop being a weeb. I'm sorry. And stop trying to make it to where we're looked at as bigots because we're laughing about your bullcrap. And you can also see underneath here, this is also a reminder that if you try to reply to me in here, you can't because there's no typing in here. Everyone reacting to my post with the clown emojis also lining up for a timeout. Keep going. You're making my life easy. How is this person a community manager for a popular game as big as Helldivers 2? Why do they hire all these weird wokies to be Discord managers? Is it because they're the most Discordian basement dweller people out there? No social skills. The only kind of contribution they have in life is being behind a keyboard. Look at this. Like, this right here deserves to be bullied. I would literally have bullied this person in high school. Oh, you put a clown emoji, you're getting abandoned. You better not put vomit react because it's furry and you can't be a jerk to furry. Like, oh my. Dude. This is the most pathetic thing I've seen. And I've seen a guy propose to a woman with amiibos before. This is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. I can't believe I'm seeing this. Now, this is from the handbook, the new one that we said. And this is allegedly what's in there, okay? All the other stuff we're talking about aside, you can see a new user. I guess these are situations or scenarios for how you react as a moderator or a manager. So we say a new user declares that identity politics have no place in video games, either Helldivers 2 or some other franchise. So it's not even Helldivers 2 related. You could just say, yo, I don't like identity politics in this game, Minecraft, for example. The outcome is an immediate ban. No warning. Immediate ban. This is a direct violation of rule number 1 in our server. Identity politics is code for marginalized groups like POC and transgender people. So it doesn't even have to be about Helldivers 2, just in general. Somebody could just say, yo, I don't want identity politics. Instant fucking ban, according to this alleged leak. Woo! I hope this isn't real, because this is not a good look. This is not a good look. You can see, and this is something in the past as well. Catherine, I believe they are a manager. Let me look them up real quick, or they were somebody involved with the game. Let me go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so she's a community manager, Catherine Baskin, and this was back, I believe, in April, in the spring of some sorts, I guess, when all the whole Sweet Baby Inc. detected situation was going on, where the curator list was recommending games as woke or not woke, and you could see she put Laughing My Ass Off to Helldivers 2 being recommended, but Among Us not being recommended. And this person says, this whole woke, not woke bullshit is so goddamn exhausting. I always laugh when people try to say, I'm so tired of woke, not woke, Griffo. Like, cry about it. They say people just need to chill the fuck out and play some goddamn games. Laugh out loud. This community manager says, plus Helldivers is pretty woke, dog. Game was made by a lot of LGBTQ and brown people and black people and women, and it's a big satire of jingoism. It amuses me that they don't know that Super Earth is bad. It also explains a lot about the world at present. It's like, why does every game have to have undertones of political commentary? And yeah, this person confirmed some of the stuff. Somebody said, didn't they ban people from the Discord for suggesting they add LGBTQ colored capes? And Captain says it right here in plain English. Community manager, mind you. No, we only ban the bigots, transphobes, homophobes, racists, etc. are not welcome in our community. We had to restrict the topics in the HD2 general chats for a while because it was triggering massive waves of hate speech, which our staff was struggling with emotionally. Oh my God. Oh, poor baby. You're struggling emotionally with hate speech. Oh, my pussy. Oh my God. This is all just fucking cringe. And I think if this is a new handbook coming out and this is legit and they're immediately banning people, this is not a good look at all. Good luck with that. What a way to try to get people to be turned off from your game. I swear to God, this is not going to go well. This game had everything in the world. It had all the hype. People were loving it. Then they just started fucking up after fuck up after fuck up. It's fucking wild. I'm not playing this. Fuck this shit.